So this week we're going to talk about the reflective essay, some guidelines for the assignment, and some things to consider. Sometimes we write essays just to think about something, to play with an idea, develop our thoughts, or just kind of simply to share what we're thinking about with other people. So that's basically what a reflective essay does. It allows us to explore our thinking about a particular topic or subject, share that with an audience. So let's define what a reflective essay is. It's something that connects the personal to the universal. So it certainly has to be a topic that intrigues you. It has to be something that you find interesting or puzzling, but then somehow it's something that you want to share your thoughts with others about, and connect to a bigger idea. However, that doesn't mean that the reflective essay should lack structure. It might seem to wander, but all the paths and ideas should relate to a bigger theme one way or another. It should have a purpose or a goal. A reflective essay also looks deeper. You're not just simply describing a subject, but you're analyzing. You're synthesizing. In other words, you're bringing your analysis together and connecting it to a bigger idea. You're taking your personal experience and connecting it to something more universal. You're evaluating. Was this experience good or bad? Did it have a positive or negative impact on you? And then finally, it's about descriptive details. It's all in the details, right? Descriptive writing, similar to the profile essay. This helps your reader understand and connect with the subject that you're writing about, especially if it's an abstract concept or an unfamiliar one. So how do you do this? Well, follow the writing process. Think first, brainstorm, plan, come up with an outline before you write, then write your essay, and revise your essay. And a reflective essay the profile essay is a descriptive essay. And the reflective essay is too. You describe the facts of the experience, you paint a picture. But it also includes the reflection, an analysis and evaluation of the experience. And so those things together give you analytical writing. In other words, think about description versus reflection. Take this example of a student nurse on a clinical placement. If the student nurse is going to describe the experience, he's going to talk about where he was, the ward, the beds, the patients, the medical staff, who he talked to, what he did, what he was told to do. But a reflection is going to go beyond. He's going to talk about how he felt at the time, his emotions. What did he learn from the experience? What did he discover that he didn't know? Did he have perceptions before the placement? And did they change? Did he confirm his perceptions? Or did this experience challenge what he thought? What does he plan to do about that? About his needs, the skills he needs to develop or acquire, the perceptions that might have been challenged? I hope you see the difference between description and reflection. Description is kind of on the surface, but a reflection really dives deeper. So to begin writing your reflective essay, choose an event or an experience. You can choose from the topic suggestions that I have for you, or you can choose another meaningful event or experience that's very personal to you, that is something you're interested in, something you've been thinking a lot about. And then free write. Free writing is a great tool, especially for a reflection, because it allows you to get all kinds of different ideas out on paper. To free write, set a timer for, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you're comfortable with, and just write. And don't stop writing. Keep writing for the whole time period. That might mean that you have to write, things like, I can't think of what to write. Free writing is dumb. This assignment, I can't believe I have to do this. Why did Miss Kate ask me to free write for this time? Yeah, I get it. You might be frustrated with it, but if you keep writing, eventually ideas are going to come to you. Eventually, you're going to think of something, and it's going to help you kind of open your mind and allow new ideas to flow into it. Another technique is to answer questions, use question words, and that can help you get some ideas. I'll actually give you a few more specific suggestions with that in a moment. And then make sure that your topic is something that you can connect to a bigger idea and that you can connect to your reader. So it should be something that you're passionate about, that you're interested in, and that connects to something more important, something more universal. So those question words, asking yourself questions. Think about asking yourself different kinds of questions with different question words. So ask yourself, what questions? Like, what do you remember? What did you see? What did you do? What did other people do? What were some of the effects of this particular experience? How questions? How did you feel? How do you feel now? How did you react at the time? How would you react differently if you had it to do over again? And then kind of go through similar questions with other question words. Why, who, when, where. To bring things full circle, here are some things that you should definitely consider as you are writing your reflection essay. In other words, these are kind of requirements of the reflection essay. It needs to have a description of the experience and your reaction. And those descriptions should be detailed. It needs to have an evaluation of the experience. How did it affect you? And then you need to present an analysis of the effects and how they might relate to a bigger idea, a more universal idea that your reader can connect with. The first organizational strategy that you might use, start with a definition or a description of your subjects. Maybe you give a short story or an observation, and then explore that subject in more detail, maybe with further anecdotes, observations, definitions that provide more clarification, some speculations. And then end with implications, future implications that your topic might have, material for further thought, something to leave your reader reflecting on. Another organizational strategy is to introduce your subject first, and then have smaller reflections, more brief, a series of brief reflections that together create an overall impression. So you kind of introduce your subject generally, reflect on it, and then come back to an overall impression. Then reflect on it a little bit more and come back to that overall impression. And then again, end with a thought about some of the implications. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have fun reflecting on something that you're interested in and passionate about.